Time now for your forewarned weather with Nate Larson.
Okay, I feel like so often our meteorologists get complaints about the weather, but this is that sweet spot where no complaints from us.
Yeah, Nate, tell us more.
Yeah, you guys need to be more positive. I'm tired of it.
Good thing
it is
working on it.
Yeah, right.
Been fantastic weather, right? If you're out golfing today in southern Utah, it was a bit toasty into the afternoon. Northern Utah, though, pretty comfortable with our temperatures. Black Desert Sky Camera showing the clear skies that we've had. Gorgeous sunset. We showed you some of the sunset photos that came in from across some of the state. So it was a dry day today. May, though, has been a pretty wet month overall. In fact, look at the month-to-date precipitation amounts. Even St. George, well above normal precipitation for this day of the month. Usually we just have had a quarter of an inch. We're well over an inch of moisture. Cedar City, over 2.5 inches of moisture, nearly 2 inches in Provo, 1.83 in Logan versus 1.38. We're about average precipitation at Salt Lake Airport. In fact, we're at 1.26. Now that the totals have come in for today, what we should have gotten, we're just barely lagging now. 1.28 is average. We could use a little bit more towards the end of the month. We've got a little bit in store with this weekend storm system, but not expecting a whole lot. Here's a look at Snow Basin this evening. The stars are out in full swing. You can see the clear skies across the state. Similar conditions from Ensign Peak, of course. This is the city lights below. We have had a gorgeous day overall. It gets even better tomorrow as far as temperatures go. We were a little cooler than normal today, but high pressure is going to continue to shift east with that clockwise circulation. Ends up drawing up more of a southwest flow. Now, it's not just the ridge that's aiding into tomorrow's weather. We've got a weak trough that's going to clip northern Utah on Thursday, and yet another one this weekend that should bring a little bit of instability into the atmosphere. An isolated shower or two is possible on Saturday, but the good news is by the time we get to Sunday, even Memorial Day, things are looking even better with a stronger ridge of high pressure in place. Could have a low that kind of breaks off, could pump up a little bit of moisture into next week, generate a few clouds, if not a slight chance of a shower, but for the most part it's pretty quiet. So wet weather potential on Saturday, just that isolated threat. Models saying maybe a slight chance tomorrow. I don't think we'll see much, if anything. I suspect gusty winds, if we do see anything from what little moisture is going to move through on your Thursday. We'll fast forward, though, to Friday evening. Notice a stronger surge in southwest flow. Could see some gustier winds, maybe some increasing fire weather conditions into the weekend with some of those gusty winds ahead of this trough that moves in on Thursday, because we'll have low relative humidity down in southern Utah, some warm temperatures. But then we will bring that slight chance of a few isolated showers on Saturday before things kind of clear out. So heading into the weekend, we do drop temperatures some on Saturday, but we rebound pretty quickly. Looking at your Mighty 5 forecast, maybe you're going to be recreating into southern Utah. The good news is that we're not going to be dodging any showers that might cause flash flood concerns if you're going to be down in those areas, but temperatures will be coolest on Saturday into Sunday before rebounding nicely on Monday. So 95 for Zion National Park on Monday after just 87 on Saturday. 60s and 70s for Bryce Canyon, the east central part of the state, Arches, Canyonlands. 70s and 80s expected for the long weekend across the eastern part of the state. It's going to be gorgeous out there. Overnight lows tonight, pretty typical, mid-40s to mid-50s in some areas. Looking at 63, though, in St. George for overnight lows, landing at 50, 60 Lake Powell. We're going to see daytime highs tomorrow, bump up about 10 degrees from where they were today. In fact, 84 for Salt Lake, 83 in Nephi. Should see temperatures near 97 in St. George. So getting a little bit toasty down there in southern Utah, 87 in Kanab. The warming trend, it kind of stays flat Thursday, Friday for southern Utah with 96 expected. So with that weak trough on Saturday, we do see some blustery winds. Temperatures to 89 on Saturday, but rebounding quickly back into the mid-90s in time for Memorial Day. We'll see breezy winds Tuesday, Wednesday, but no threat of moisture for St. George. Northern Utah, we have those isolated showers, maybe some storms on Saturday. Nice day Sunday, Monday. Temperatures bottoming out in the mid-70s, which is actually average, and then back to above average highs into next week with that slight chance of moisture Tuesday, Wednesday. So great forecast heading into the weekend, I think.
I'll take that, no doubt.
It's going to get hot.